Welcome to the Skills section, and in this video, we're going to look at the most common Excel keyboard shortcuts that will help you work smarter and not harder in your spreadsheets. You can use the arrow keys on your keyboard or pad to navigate between cells, but here are some shortcuts that help you navigate faster. If you use Control plus arrow key, you can jump to the edge of data regions. So if you use Control and the right arrow key, you jump to the right edge of this data. If you press Control and down, you jump to the bottom edge. If you use Shift plus arrow key, you extend your selection to the direction you're moving. So if you use Shift and the right arrow key, you select the cells to the right of where you started. If you press Shift and down, you select the cells below. Now if you combine the two, you can select rows and columns faster. So if you press Control, Shift, and right arrow key, you can select all the data to the right much quicker. Similarly, if you press Control, Shift, and down arrow, you'll select all the data in the column below where you started the selection. If you want to select all the data in this dataset, then you'll press and hold Control, then press the letter A. If you want to select an entire row, click on a cell in the row. Next, press and hold Shift, and then press Space. If you want to select an entire column, you click on a cell in the column. Next, press and hold Control, then the spacebar or key. If you need to insert a row, click on a cell, press and hold Control, then press plus. In the dialog box that appears, select the Entire Row option, and when you press OK, a row is added above. If you want to delete a row, you'll select a cell in the row and then press Control minus. This will bring up the Delete dialog box, where you'll select the Entire Row option and then press OK. To insert a column, first select a cell in the destination, then press Control space, and this will select the entire destination column. Next, you'll press Control plus, and this will add a new column there. The others shift to the right. Notice, to add both rows and columns, you use the shortcut Control plus, but in case of columns, you'll first need to select the destination. If you want to move a column, select the column and left-click on the mouse and drag to where you want the column to be. Excel will ask if you want to replace the data, select OK if you do. If you don't want to replace but just want to move the column, then when you're dragging it, press and hold the Shift key. You'll see this single bold line, shaped like an uppercase letter I, moving along with the cursor. When it lines up on the right side of the column where you want to place it, you can release the left click. As you can see, the column moves without overwriting the original, which just moves to the left. You can add multiple lines within a cell as you enter data. Simply click within the cell. At the end of each line, press and hold Alt, then press Enter. And now you can begin typing in the new line within the cell. If you have a dataset and you need to extract information from the dataset, you can give Excel an example pattern, and then use Control-E to repeat it throughout your dataset. For example, here you need to get the first and last names from emails. You'll give Excel an example for each, and then press and hold the Control key and press the letter E. Similarly, you can press Control-E in the last name column. If you want to copy the total sales numbers in this column to another place, but don't want to copy the formula, then do this. First, select the data and press Control-C to copy it. Select where you want to paste the data. Next, press and hold Alt, then type ESV, and then press OK. Let's click on some of these cells. As you can see, only values were copied over. If you want the sum of all values in a column or row, you can use the shortcut Alt equal. Suppose you want the total sales for all products in the sales column. Select the cell where you want the total. Next, press and hold the Alt key and then press the equal sign. Excel quickly builds the sum function with all the data in the column above. Now press Enter, and this will give you the total of the values. You don't need to copy a repeating item in a dataset when you're entering data. Do this instead. In this example dataset, we are entering our office expenses. If you're repeating an expense category here, such as office supplies, you don't have to go up in the column to copy the words. First, click on the cell in the column, press and hold Alt, then press the down arrow key. This shows you a drop-down list of items in the column. Simply select the repeating item from this list. If you want to add filters to this dataset, then select any cell within it, and then press Control, Shift, and the letter L. And as you can see, filters have been added to the headers of the dataset. Let's quickly check a column to confirm. Now, if you want to remove filters from your dataset, you'll simply use the same combination of keys, Control, Shift, and L, to remove the filters. When you need to format a cell or group of cells, use the shortcut Control-1. This brings up the Format Cells dialog box, which is the central feature for formatting cells in a spreadsheet, offering a wide range of options to customize how your data is displayed and organized. If you want to convert the data into a table, click on a cell within the dataset. Next, press and hold Control, then press the letter T. You'll get the Create Table dialog box, press OK, and your dataset is now an Excel table. If you want to create a chart for this dataset, then first select the dataset. Next, press and hold the Alt key, and then press the F1 key. And this will embed the default chart type in the same worksheet. Don't manually input today's date in an Excel report or analysis. Do this instead. Press and hold Control, then press the semicolon, and this gives you the current date. If you also need to add the current time, then you press Control, Shift, and then the semicolon, and that'll give you the current time. Which Excel shortcuts do you use the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in our next video.